Don't let this segment mess our marriage.
Hello, don't allow this fragment to wreck our marriage stroma embarrassments and privileged insights. The sovereign of discussion, Marjorie Harvey, trapped in affection, and double-crossing from fights in court to mixing families. The Harvey's romantic tale is completely a thrill ride. Prepare to dig profound into the universe of family pressure, desire, and control. His Marjorie genuinely uncovered for betraying Steve Harvey. Lock in. As I disentangle the sparkling subtleties, we should initially say that you shouldn't feel remorseful for it. Hello, everybody, I'm Leah, and today we discuss the reports and murmurs that have been shaking the underpinnings of one of Hollywood's power couples. Marjorie, the charming spouse of TV sensation Steve Harvey, is going through a tempest of monetary disarray and family struggle that takes steps to unwind their once amicable mixed family. It's not just about monetary misfortunes. However, her ex's educate all book concerning her obscure past is causing very much a dispute. Urban, since her entire thing is to conceal her previous. I go into the book pundits and perusers the same are poring over the shameful subtleties, all while Marjorie faces claims of betraying Steve Harvey. These allegations have sent shockwaves through media outlets, discoloring a standing chef. Endeavored to fabricate, I've been going across the web is false. Laura's Day, how about we excursion back to Marjorie's most memorable marriage at the young age of 18? She went completely. I gaga over Jim, a man 14 years her senior, yet here's where things get convoluted. Jim was at that point wedded, a reality Marjorie found solely after their enthusiastic relationship had bloomed. Undaunted by the contention, their relationship kept prompting a 3-year sentiment and resulting marriage. Despite the fact that they confronted highs and lows, nobody expected Jim's unexpected conviction that would everlastingly change their lives. What occurred next is a straight thing out of a film script. Jim got ensnared in crimes, including an endeavor to purchase 40 kilograms of cocaine. In a stunning turn, he embroiled Marjorie, going to the DEA and working out an agreement. The FBI and DEA started examining Marjorie's association with her better half's unlawful exercises. Jim broadly defined his time in jail, saying 27 years in jail, you're getting 28. Truth be told, on the off chance that you, in the event that you included the year I did in the state when I was truly coming up in the game, the last wind in this genuine show is out and out realistic. Jim was condemned to life, yet just served 26 years because of an exoneration from an honesty. President Barack Obama envisioned that an official exculpation after such a hurricane of occasions. The narrative of Marjorie's existence with its energetic relationships and stunning disloyalties peruses like an exciting novel. And she just went off on me right in light of the fact that she had found out about the book. And we should continue on toward one more person in our story. To be specific, Steve Harvey. His up and down ride of an affection life started with his union with Marcia I. N 1980 and the introduction of twin young ladies, Carly and Liquor, around. Then Steve was hustling as a protection sales rep, a long way from the spotlight, yet subsequent to tasting the progress of stand-up parody and winning a 50 in front of the pack prize, he expressed farewell to his deals work and took a risk on satire. Tragically, his relationship with Marcia was rough, and the couple separated in 1994. Yet again, then came the dramatization with Steve's second spouse, Mary Shackelford. Their marriage began with murmurs of Steve seeing Mary while still wedded to Marcia, and it was only rough streets from that point. Mary's doubts developed, hearing bits of gossip about Steve's unfaithfulness driving her to blame him for cheating and, surprisingly, physical and mental maltreatment. The choppiness finished with a separation and left Steve in a monetarily testing spot with an emphasis exclusively on his maturing parody profession. The children are not the very first word I told her was, I don't have the foggiest idea what your identity is. Nevertheless, I will wed you one day. Marjorie's ways crossed at a Memphis bar in 1990, where sparkles flew, yet their sentiment was brief. In spite of a moment association, they split up following half a month passing on Marjorie. To think back, I realized he was the one soon after I began dating him. However, at that point, he just left, vanished. Steve had his reasons, mate. In sense of, before a man can be useful to a lady, he must know who he is, what he does, and the amount he will make. they reconnected in 2005, while the timing was right as Steve was in a good place again, and a subsequent marriage had as of late finished their 2007 marriage. Transformed them into the marvelous several we know today. I met her 86-87 when the melody came out, then God gave it back to me in 2005. Yet while Steve was going through his relationship unrest, Marjorie was managing her own sensitive I&O love life. After all the disarray with Jim Townsend, she engaged with Jim's cousin Darnell Woods, bringing about a little girl named Lori. It was like a sensation that this has happened before once more, as Darnell was additionally associated with drug managing and wound up in the slammer. Marjorie's separation was concluded in 2001, denoting one more section in her convoluted history of connections. Yet presently we get to the subject of the present story in the glamorous passageways of Hollywood. D-Tattle is the cash, and the most recent buzz on the block spins around Marjorie Harvey's reputed dalliance with Steve's believed guardian William A. Major Blast Freeman. You may be considering what's so shameful about this. Well, large Blast isn't your regular Hollywood hunk. Jump somewhat more profound into his past, and you'll find a set of experiences damaged by his days as a famous pimp, not avoiding conceding that he once mishandled ladies. Amazingly, Freeman's own site bio spills these mysteries, pressing how he involved ladies as a way to take care of his self-image and power desires. During his hazier days today, he's repackaged himself as a praised speaker and superstar protector, bragging, offering both prominent and unnoticeable insurance to this who of Tinseltown. Hang on close, dear watchers, in light of the fact that the situation starts to get interesting. Marjorie's supposed relationship with Steve's guardian William Enormous Blast Freeman probably won't have been recently a passing excursion. Sources have sorted out a course of events that raises something other than eyebrows. Way back in 2002, while Steve was as yet hitched to his second wife, Marjorie purportedly began her brief issue with him, yet that wasn't the main thing she was leaving hidden around a similar time. Murmurs started to arise about Marjorie's synchronous snare with Freeman. As a matter of fact, a few insiders guarantee that Steve himself once strolled in on Marjorie and Freeman at a lodging in Las Vegas in late 2002, yet decided to choose not to see the proof in records and a progression of instant messages that found their direction under the control of a decided analytical columnist. Those messages, loaded up with cryptic trades, added more fuel to the blazing charges. You are the award. Don't give yourself to any yet. How could Marjorie do this? Here's where the hypotheses truly get delicious. Some hypothesize that her relationship with Freeman was a determined move to watch out for Steve through his right hand, and others contend that she was attracted to Freeman's dim and shocking past one way or another. This complicated trap of connections has Hollywood insiders and fans the same, scrambling to draw an obvious conclusion. Use the remainder of your existence with is the absolute most significant choice you will at any point make, on the grounds that your other half will either or either. This supposed undertaking has the tattle plant stirring additional time-raising questions about the steadiness of